Hello everyone, this is Mr. Feng with week 4 Viola lesson. In this week's lesson, we continued to pluck through the A, D, G, and C strings with our All for Strings book pages 14, 15, and 16. We also started to explore the bow, reinforce the bow hold, and began to bow on our 4 strings. Now let's talk about the bow first. There are some parts of the bow that we have to recognize. We'll see that this is the tip of the bow, this is the stick, this is the frog area, this is the bow grip, and this is the adjusting screw right here. Now, before we play, you'll notice that sometimes the hair might be very flimsy and very loose. Well, we take the adjusting screw to tighten the bow. How many turns do we want to make? Well, we want to make about 4 or 5 full turns, or at least until you can see your pinky nail through the middle of the stick. At the end of playing, when you're finished, you always want to loosen the bow, lefty-loosey, until that you can see that the hair becomes a little bit more, less tense, less tight, and loose. Okay, so I'm going to tighten this back up. And in this video, we're going to start bowing and warming up and reinforcing the bow hold. Okay, so I'm going to take my left hand, holding on to the stick. I'm going to show you step by step again to review. With the right hand, make a cup, curled fingers. We're going to take the thumb, the tip of the thumb, bend thumb, and put it underneath the grip. Step 2, take the middle 3 fingers, flow over the stick. Remember, not on top of the stick, over the stick. Step 3, pinky tip on top of the stick. And step 4, the most important of it all, relax. Remember, the stick is very light. Now we're going to warm up by bowing on our shoulders. We're going to bring the bow to the frog region, meaning we're going to start here at the lower half by the frog by our hand. And our goal is to bend the elbow, bend the wrist, so that we can keep a straight bow coming down. Down bow. And up bow. Watch your bow hold, watch your stick. Make sure that your stick is staying straight right across. Down bow, making sure that the wrist is bent and that the elbow is bending also. Up bow. Remember to keep all the fingers curled and relaxed because the shoulder is helping us hold the bow. Now, we don't want to straighten the wrist and keep it locked. We want to bend this joint and this joint. If we keep this wrist here straight, then the bow will not go straight across and you will see that the bow fans outwards like such. I'll show you. If I lock the wrist and do not bend the wrist, and only bend the elbow, you'll see that the bow is going to come out that way. And by doing so, the violin will not make a proper sound. The bow will not make the proper sound on the violin. So we must bend the wrist. Okay, now let's get started on our violas. Head turned to the left, shoulder rests on our shoulder. Left hand fingers straight and in the sky. We don't want the fingers to touch the string or else the strings will not ring appropriately. Once the fingers are off, then the strings will vibrate. So we want to keep the fingers straight up in the sky. Okay, with our awesome bow hold, we'll start on the A string. Set the bow at the frog. I'll count you off for 4 A's. We'll go slow. Remember to relax here. We're going to bend some joints and we're going to watch the bow. Watch the bow right here. 1, 2, A string, go. 4 A's. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll to the D string, the second string in. We'll play 4 D's. 1, 2, ready, D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll to the G. We'll play 4 G's. I'll count you off. 1, 2, ready, G. middle to the C. We'll play 4 Cs. 1, 2, ready, C. Remember that the stick is very light and you don't have to squeeze, because when we're up here, the viola is practically holding on to the bow for us, well, the viola and the thumb. Okay. Happy practicing!